This program for an important announcement. Ladies and gentlemen,
TJ Michaels and John Stacy invite you on a roller coaster ride of machismo on the Alpha Men Podcast.
looking like they're in your living room. Every shot straight from the chest. They hit the fun stuff, leave the rest. It's the Alpha Men Podcast. Turn it up, turn it up. DJ Sean, go and blow this place up. The Alpha Men Podcast. We're alive in the rush. The Alpha Men Podcast. Turn it up, turn it up. Alpha, alpha. Raise that fist up higher. Alpha, alpha. Feed that inner fire. Take Joe, yeah, Joe. Calling out you down if you're with them right now. Let me hear you shout, 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 shout. The Alpha Men Podcast. Turn it up, turn it up. DJ and John, go and blow this place up. The Alpha Men Podcast. We're alive in the rush. The Alpha Men Podcast. Turn it up, turn it up.
Welcome, you sick, twisted freaks, to the Alpha Men Podcast from the grand capital of the world. My name is TJ Michaels. My partner in crime is Baby Huey, John Stacy from Trinity, North Carolina. How are you, my friend?
I feel like crap.
We're going to be up front with you tonight. Just know that both of us are sick as hell tonight. We normally crack a beer right at the beginning of the show. I am not going to crack a beer tonight. I don't have it in me.
I went soft.
But
I got a little cider.
there you go. To prove that we are no wusses, the show must go on, and that's why we're here tonight. The first weekend of,
You know, we both were talking earlier. Like we were both trying to say, yeah, let's cancel it. Let's schedule it. We both kept hitting around it, but we didn't.
Yeah, well, I was out last week. I had to go back to Pennsylvania to do a family thing, and I just didn't want to cancel it 2 weeks in a row. And I am not going to lie to you. This is an axe tonight because I feel like absolute garbage. But we're gonna get through it because that's our job. We're here to entertain you every Tuesday night at 8. The Alpha Men Podcast. The first weekend of March Madness complete. The way that I feel tonight is the way that my bracket is. It's in worse shape than the Iranian nuclear program. I mean, it's High Point knocks off Wisconsin. What the hell is that?
Do you know High Point is 12 minutes from here?
Yeah, North Carolina. High Point, North Carolina. It's right next to you.
Yeah, it's the next time over.
The student broadcast team was covering the game for High Point. And they're a Cinderella story. And they've pulled a comeback upset over Wisconsin, of all people. And the call is legendary. Do we have the video? Can we roll it?
Yep. Oh.
Takes it in bounds. 9 seconds. Boyd wants it inside. Drive. 6 seconds. Block. Yeah, Boyd. They launch down court. Anderson gets it. Throw on the glass slipper. It's a Cinderella story. It's Oregon for the first time.
Good for them kids. That's awesome. That is what makes March Madness so special.
I mean, we're in the. I'm pretty much in the basketball capital of the freaking country because you guys.
Oh yeah.
Know. But this is huge. I mean, it's all over the local.
Oh, absolutely. Today's National Cheesesteak Day. I don't know if you know that. The cheesesteak, one of 3 things Philadelphia is known for. The other 2 are the Liberty Bell and hating the Dallas Cowboys. So we got a great show for you tonight. We pay homage to an American icon, Chuck Norris, tonight. Plus, Man Court is back. The Red Foreman Awards, the Married Man's Survival Guide, and more. Tell us where you're watching from tonight in the comments section. You're free to join the show anytime just by commenting, because this shooting match is live right now. And because we're both sick, we want some audience participation. participation tonight.
Pop quiz.
It'll help us get through this thing. All right, give us a like, turn on the notification bell, and subscribe. Welcome to the premiere of Season 5, Episode 9. This, my friends, is the Alpha Men Podcast.
And now, Mensplaining the News. Tuesday Night Update.
And good evening. Here's what happened this week. President Trump declared the U.S. totally obliterated military targets on Karg Island. I don't know. Karg Island sounds less like a part of Iran and more like where Godzilla comes from, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Like Karg Island? The president says higher oil prices are a very small price to pay for destroying Iran's nuclear threat. And as a bonus, anti-war protests will be smaller when no one can afford to drive to them. So, just saying. The Iran war is depriving U.S. farmers of affordable fertilizer as the spring planting season approaches. That is story this week. Luckily, there is an endless supply of crap being spewed by our politicians every single day. So,
Amen.
Should be taken care of. Meanwhile, the first week of the war, according to estimates, cost $11 billion. Which, is really why I buy all of my missiles in bulk at Costco. I'm just saying. TSA agents at airports around the country calling in sick this week, not getting paid. Of course, ICE showed up today. It's getting so bad that people are reporting that they have to grope themselves when they fly.
I have to fly in a week.
Do you? Yeah, that's going to be rough.
Yeah.
That's going to be rough. Procter & Gamble suddenly this week retired Mr. Clean. And you know what that means?
No.
Epstein files. Yeah. Just
Oh, Jesus.
a man in England was busted this week for DUI during his driving test. Which is really kind of brilliant because they had to give him a license then to just take it away from him. It was, it was kind of thing. Volkswagen says they're going to cut 50,000 jobs, VW. BMW also announcing that since their drivers never use them, they're getting rid of blinkers. A man in the UK this week pulled a car hundreds of feet using his testicles.
Huh?
Yeah, I guess I'm not the only one that hates the spring for that tow truck. I'm just A flaming hot Cheeto shaped like Charizard, the Pokemon monster, auctioned this week for $87,700. The winner already has it insured for theft, fire, and the munchies.
The munchies.
2 Texas women tried flying meth into a jail this week with a drone disguised as a crow. And they say they would have gotten away with it if it weren't for... Actually, they wouldn't have gotten away. Everything about this story is stupid. So they just would not have gotten away with it.
Credit for creativity.
Researchers have developed a blood test that says it can predict a woman's risk of developing dementia as many as 25 years before symptoms appear. So the makers of 23andMe now working on a version called 83 and who? Scientists this week. Oh, it feels good, doesn't it? That cough deep down in kind of rips your lungs apart. It's good, isn't it? Yeah. Scientists invented an onion this week that doesn't make you shed tears. Now, if they could just do a bathroom scale the same way, I'd be really happy. And a Florida man busted this week trying to steal a septic tank from a construction site. Say he was caught brown-handed.
Gross.
Showbiz news. David Spade has a new comedy called Bus Boys. So, yeah. U.S. and Israel, not the only ones dropping bombs this week. Just Whoopi Goldberg admits she has casual sex. And that, my friends, is why you never watch The View while eating breakfast. Just saying.
Or Alphabet
ABC,
podcast.
has canceled the new season of The Bachelorette because of domestic violence allegations against its star, Taylor Frankie Paul. bringing the number of times a reality TV star has been punished for bad behavior to 1. Shia LaBeouf, seen this week walking around a hotel lobby in Italy in his underwear. They said you could see his nuts while literally seeing his nuts. Just saying. Ice Spice says depression caused her to lose weight. Don't know why there's so many fat Cleveland Browns fans, but okay. Arnold Schwarzenegger making a new Conan the Barbarian movie. In this one, Conan battles an evil queen and rheumatoid arthritis. Yeah.
See that sword.
Michael Jackson reportedly taught to moonwalk. This in an interview with his brother this week by an 8-year-old boy. And for more uplifting stories about Michael Jackson and nope, that's it. There isn't. There isn't any other uplifting stories. Tennessee Hospital named this week after Dolly Parton. So if you're in that area, be sure to visit Our Lady of Perpetual Breasts. Nice hospital. Quentin Tarantino has written a play that will debut on London's West End. It's great news for theatergoers who've always wanted to hear the N-word yelled in a classy British accent. So, yeah. And finally, the city of LA declared the Brady Bunch house this week a landmark, which means it cannot be altered without approval. Too bad they didn't do this to Madonna.
Up there.
Oh,
Just saying. Yeah.
Jesus,
Yeah.
it's so rough seeing her.
That was on the front of Playboy magazine in like 1986. I just like
It looked good in 1986.
Yeah, it did. It did. That's Mensplaining the News tonight on the Alpha Men podcast. It was so freaking cool. The world lost a legend this week. We're not letting him go without one last roundhouse kick of laughs tonight. Chuck Norris, the man, the myth, the meme machine, passed away on March 19th at 86, surrounded by his family at peace. But death didn't take Chuck Norris. All right, Chuck Norris just decided the afterlife needed a tougher bouncer. All right, kind of roundhouse kicked the door open and strolled in like he owned the place. And just a look back at Chuck Norris's career. Roll the video. Man, oh man. 1986, Delta Force. I remember it. I was 13 years old. He's driving around on a motorcycle, like a Suzuki dirt bike with rockets on it. And it was the coolest freaking thing ever for a 13-year-old boy. Missing in action. Walker, Texas Ranger.
Oh, yeah. That's why I after school.
Gonna miss that beard and the kicks and the sheer impossibility of the man who made Walker, Texas Ranger feel like a documentary. But we thought tonight we would honor him a way that fits with the most absurd over the top Chuck Norris jokes we can muster, because If Chuck were here, he'd probably say tears, nah, laughs, roundhouse of men. So if you got a Chuck Norris joke, we'd love for you to share it with us in the comment section tonight. You know, I would guess we don't say rest in peace with Chuck Norris. We would say rest in pieces because he was a bad guy. He was a badass, man. He was kicking ass and taking names.
He was.
You know,
He was definitely. He was iconic.
They were going to name them the Mackinac Bridge after Chuck Norris, but then they realized there's nobody crosses Chuck Norris. You know, so they didn't do it. Chuck Norris ordered a Big Mac at Burger King and actually got one. That's how tough Chuck Norris was. He could kill two stones with one bird. He put sunglasses on to protect the sun from his eyes. Chuck Norris could build a snowman out of fire. Once an egg, he would crack open a chicken. So just a lot of great stuff from him over the years, and he was pretty active right up until he was in the Expendables movie in 2020. That's from 2024.
Yeah.
You know,
I mean, he has a lot of iconic, and he loved the jokes.
He did love the jokes. He did, yeah. When Chuck Norris plays dodgeball, the balls dodge him.
Yeah.
Chuck Norris was in Star Wars. Did you know that he was the Force? There's a million of them. There really is. If you have one, we'd love for you to share it with us tonight in the comment section. And
I love that one. I love
the
one that he talked about the tiger when he was petting the tiger, and you saw that. He goes, "I was sitting there petting a tiger, and the guy's like, just be gentle, blah blah blah." Then a growl came out, and he was like, Chuck goes, "I was just standing there, and the tiger slowly backed up." Something like that. I forgot the whole thing, but
he once kicked a horse in the face. We call that animal drafts now.
That's a good one.
So here's to you, Chuck Norris, the only man who could die at 86 and still make death look like and look like he won the fight. Haven't got a new sheriff this week, so rest easy, Chuck, or don't. We'll see you back if the universe gets out of line. Rest in peace, Chuck Norris. All right, fellas, welcome to Founding Fathers Would Not Approve, where we imagine Ben Franklin and Thomas Jefferson, George Washington sitting around with a couple of whiskeys, watching the news and just shaking their heads so hard their wigs fall off. This week's Absolute Clown Show, that's got the founders ready to storm the pearly gates and demand a recount. Democrats turning the Department of Homeland Security into their personal 5-week tantrum over funding. Yeah, that's 35 days and counting of the partial shutdown nonsense. Because they won't pass a clean bill unless they get to slap a bunch of handcuffs on ICE and CPB. Which, I will point out, is actually funded through the big beautiful bill through 2029. So their shutdown doesn't even shut down what they're pissed about. So, really, all we're doing is causing pain for all of those Coast Guard folks, all of those TSA folks, all of the folks who work in cybersecurity. House Republicans have sent over clean funding bills like clockwork, pay the TSA screeners, keep FEMA ready for disasters, fund the Coast Guard so they can actually guard the coast. Instead, Senate Dems keep voting no, 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 no. Oh yeah, and no again. And it's just more chaos. And then, this week, the most horrendous switcheroo of all time, they started saying, Republicans have voted against funding TSA. Well, that's wordplay. The bill was never about funding TSA. It was funding DHS. TSA is a part of DHS, but it's not the whole thing. So, yeah, I think Americans see through this crap. Airports look like Black Friday lines crossed with DMV nightmares and hours-long TSA waits. Luckily today, our ICE agents went in, and it's reported that the times were cut and they were handing out water bottles, and people were like, hey, these guys aren't so bad when you're not trying to run them over with an SUV. Yeah. Meanwhile, counterterrorism, cyber threats, border security, all limping along on fumes while the shutdown drags into its second month like a bad family reunion nobody wants to leave. And the founders would be losing their ever-loving minds over this. Washington, who begged a broke Congress for shoes at Valley Forge, would be like, we froze our toes off for lack of funds. And now Democrats are literally starving Homeland Security in the middle of an Iran drama and border headaches. That's not politics. That's playing chicken with national safety while TSI workers wonder if their next paycheck is a myth. And Jefferson is drafting pamphlets titled A Modest Proposal. Stop sabotaging our own damn country. You know, we threw tea in the harbor over taxation without representation.
Well,
Today's one party holding. Yep.
The shutdowns, we've had more shutdowns the last 10 years than we've ever had in our 250 years.
Yep. Absolutely. We threw cheese in the harbor over taxation without representation.
Yeah.
Today, one party's holding airport security hostage over immigration reforms like it's a bargaining chip in Monopoly. Newsflash, the game board's on fire. Okay? So, look at Madison was the Constitution whisperer. He would be red-faced. We gave Congress the purse strings to fund defense wisely, not to weaponize them like a toddler refusing bedtime unless he gets extra cookies. This isn't checks and balances. It's checks, bounced and balanced, lost while families miss flights and bad guys get a free vacation window. And Franklin? Well, he dropped the mic with a sly grin and say, a republic if you can keep it. But if you're going to shut down the folks who keep terrorists off our planes, illegals in check, just to score points on reform, you're going to keep it about as long as the kite stayed in the air during the thunderstorm. Fund the damn thing. Argue reforms later. Otherwise, the midterms are going to be a barbecue, where the only thing getting roasted is your majority dreams. America coast to coast gets it. Secure the borders, safe skies, paid first responders. These aren't optional extras. They're the only people who don't seem to be the Democratic leadership. The founders didn't bleed for a government that plays shutdown games like it's fantasy football. They'd be hollering, pass a clean DHS funding bill now. No drama, no strings. Protect the homeland first. Bicker over the policy second. Or watch voters hand you the boot come November. And that's Founding Fathers would not approve tonight on the Alpha Men podcast.
Welcome to Man Court, where bad decisions are put on trial and common sense is the only law we pretend to follow. Step forward and plead your case. Just know the verdict was probably decided before you started talking.
Oh, shit. Sorry. All rise. Man Court's. Man Court's in session. Sometimes questionable. Honorable. TJ Michaels.
Thanks, Beard of Justice, baby Huey. Here we go. You can send in your domestic disputes. We'll haul them into Man Court and find a ruling that'll hold up at any bar in America. If you've got a problem that needs solving, you can visit any of our social media pages and drop your man court dilemma in a DM. And we're going to get started tonight.
And you can join the freak jury by just commenting whatever you may be watching tonight. Give her plaintiff your advice and just hit the comment button.
All right. Let's dive into tonight's case. Tonight, some hairy-chested justice handed out on man court.
Looks like docket 260324. Our plaintiff is Alex from Patterson, New Jersey. The case of the tiny tyrant and the passion-killing parenting.
Tiny tyrant and passion-killing parenting. Okay.
That's
TJ, John, and the freak jury. Alex here, 37, married 9 years, 1 3-year-old terror named Dylan, who believes sleep is optional and our bed is his personal trampoline. My wife, Allie, is still the same knockout I married. Even when she's rocking a messy bun, yogurt in her hair, and yelling, Dylan, we don't eat crayons. Allie is a supermom. She works part-time, handles daycare drop-offs, still finds time to send me memes at work. But the bedroom? It's been a no-fly zone for 5 straight months. Oh, boy. I don't like where this is going. Yeah. The pattern is brutal. Dylan wakes up at 5:45 a.m., screaming for blue cup, not the green one. Allie drags herself out of bed, handles the meltdown. I try, but get to go back to sleep because, quote, you have work. By 9 p.m., we're both zombies. I slide in close, whisper something flirty like, hey, beautiful, remember when? She then tells me that Dylan climbed into our bed 3 times last night, and my boobs are sore from nursing the stuffed animal he insists that needs milk. Touch me, and I will cry. God. I back off. She feels guilty. I feel rejected. We both stare at the ceiling like we're in a bad rom-com. Last week, I tried the romantic move. Candles, her favorite playlist, locked door. Liam immediately starts banging on it, yelling, Mommy, I pooped. What happened? What? Yeah. I'm having PTSD right now. Allie laughs. I groan. Mood dead. She goes to clean them up. I blow out the candles, eat the chocolate I bought for foreplay, straight from the box like a sad raccoon. I know it's not her fault. That's some descriptive stuff. Right? I bought the box like a sad raccoon. I know it's not her fault. I know it's not my fault. But 5 months, my brain starts doing dumb shit. Is she just not attracted to me anymore? Did I let myself go? Is this permanent? I haven't said it out loud because I don't want to make her feel worse, but I'm dying inside. Other dad classics making it worse. Dylan thinks 2 a.m. is story time. We tag team zombie parenting. Allie falls asleep sometimes mid-sentence. I finish the sentence to myself. And I suggested date night, and she said, great, Dylan can come. We went to Chuck E. Cheese. How romantic. I love her, and don't get me wrong here, I love my son too. I just miss us. Your fellow touched-out casualty, Alex, from Patterson, New Jersey.
Oh.
All right.
Alex? What do you think? Give us your comment. Because I've lived through it. I'm living through it.
Buddy, welcome to marriage. And welcome to being a parent.
We always hear the stories. Marriage, but we always fall in love, get married, knowing this is going to happen.
Yeah. And I understand the whole, hey, did I let myself go? Is this permanent? I get it. I totally get it. I totally understand that.
Yep.
I think every married man goes through this. We both had more not tonight nights than we've ever had to admit on the podcast. So, yeah.
This is why
it's like
we do it.
What's that?
This is why we do the show.
Absolutely.
You know we're not doing it. Right.
It's like a toddler cock block is going on. That's basically what's going on here. Man, brother, you are not guilty. Your wife is not guilty. You know who is guilty? Dylan. Dylan is 100% guilty. And as he gets older, he will know it. This is textbook newish parent hell. The kid becomes the third wheel who never leaves. The sex drive tanks because you're both running on fumes, touched out, sleep deprived, mentally checked out from 24/7 tiny human demands. And I totally understand. You want connection. And she wants 5 consecutive minutes without someone needing her body. Neither of you is wrong in this instance. You're just exhausted teammates who are unfortunately playing on the same losing team. That's the way to look at it. So, but
you said
the humor in it is Dylan is the ultimate alpha in your house right now. He controls the bed, the schedule, and your sex life. You're both just his minions. And for a verdict, I think I think this is the first time ever. I think I'm going to offer a split verdict tonight. I don't think either party is guilty here. And I think we need to offer joint restitution to solve this problem, which includes maybe like a 60-day reclaim the bed plan, sleep train Liam harder, okay? Use a toddler clock or whatever works, and one locked door a night per week, even if it's just making out like teenagers until one of you passes out. Progress, baby steps, it all counts.
Well.
Makeup move, surprise Allie with a no kid zone evening. You handle the bedtime solo. She takes a long hot bath, and then, meet back in the bedroom with zero expectations beyond cuddles. And just say, look, I'm not pressuring you. Just miss touching you without small humans interrupting us. So, a bonus, savage but sweet penalty. Every time Dylan climbs into bed at night, you owe Allie one. You're a superhero text the next morning. Stack them until she kind of initiates something spicy, or you both die laughing of the absurdity. Okay? So, there you have it. Court adjourned. Go high five your wife over how cooked you both are, and kiss the good little dictator goodnight. And remember, the drought ends when the sleep returns. Hang in there, my friend. That's Band Court on the Alpha Men Podcast.
On this week's episode of Armchair Legend, we break down sports like we're on the payroll, without ever leaving the couch. We've got bold takes, zero coaching credentials, and just enough confidence to tell the pros exactly what they did wrong.
All right, Armchair Legends, or Armchair Legends on the Alpha Men Podcast, the only place where real men talk real sports, no filters, no excuses. Venezuela beat the U.S. in the World Baseball Classic.
Yep, go figure.
Don't worry, President Trump has already ordered their special forces to abduct their coach, so we'll take care of it. Formula One has canceled its April races in Bahrain and Saudi Arabia due to the Iran war. What a wasted opportunity. If there's one thing we learned from Fast and Furious movies, it's nothing makes drivers go faster than being chased by missiles.
Yeah, no.
Just saying.
I wonder what they're going to do, though. I mean, it brings up there's protocols for it, obviously, but being from NASCAR, I know those are protocols for us. But where do they go? I mean, F1 comes into town. It's not. I mean, NASCAR comes to town. It's big. F1 comes to town. It's really big.
Maybe you run 2 French Grand Prix this year. I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, that's weird because they don't just go to the stateside; they go all over the country.
No, I know.
World, I mean.
This week, a Chinese billionaire bought part of the Miami Dolphins. And, sorry. Skipped ahead one. Iran's sports minister says their national soccer team will not participate in the World Cup. Mainly because they feel safer in Iran than they do in Los Angeles. So, yeah. Chinese billionaire bought part of the Miami Dolphins this week. This season, instead of spiking the football after a touchdown, they will dip it in a tangy sauce.
Dork.
Stupid. Travis Kelce will return to the NFL next season Because it's either that or spend all day in a house full of cats. So, yeah.
Poor Travis.
U.S. Olympic hockey star Jack Hughes says he's going to get his broken teeth fixed. Your move, Michael Strahan.
Just a gap.
Yeah. It's March Madness. It's when you spend hours researching your picks only to get your ass kicked by the receptionists at work who went by the mascots. It is officially a dumpster fire in the best way. The second round wraps Sunday and Monday, and the bracket looks like it got run over by a Zamboni. Number 9, Iowa, just straight up stunned defending champs Florida. Full-on robbery in the second round. The Hawkeyes came in, stole souls, left Gainesville looking like a crime scene. Excuse me. Meanwhile, St. John's, yes, the Red Storm, danced right over Kansas like it was a Tuesday pickup game. This is where we have this problem with coughing and all that other stuff. Yeah. Darling, more like heartbreaker. And Kansas fans are still in denial. They're probably blaming the Jayhawks for shoelaces or something. I don't know. But don't sleep on Tennessee edging Virginia. Rick Barnes cooking. But Virginia's season ends at 30-6, and that's what we call a good year that feels like a tragedy. Sweet 16 starts on Thursday, and get your brackets fixed, because right now mine looks like abstract art. And I got to ask, who had Iowa and St. John's in the Elite Eight? Nobody. That's who. Nobody. All right? And that is why we watch. So we switch to the NBA playoff spots, dropping like bad dates. The Timberwolves just snapped Boston's 18-game home winning streak against them, 102-92. Minnesota looking like the team nobody wants in round run of the NBA playoffs. Jaden McDaniels and Bones Highland set the tone. Celtics fans are probably still yelling at the TV. Out west, Dallas and Phoenix jockeying, but the big news, clinching scenarios everywhere. Utah and Sacramento are tanking so hard they might accidentally win a game. And shout out to the Nuggets. Jokic triple-double vibes again in a win over Portland. So if Denver gets hot, good luck league. Quick MLB note, opening day this Thursday. Yanks at Giants to kick it off. Spring training wrapped, and the big lesson, pitching depth, never enough. Blue Jays learned that the hard way. Half their staff is in the trainer's room. And that ABS challenge system, Giants tested it all spring, challenged 60 times, split decisions. It's like VAR, but for balls and strikes, and managers are going to lose their minds in April. 2 days till it's real baseball, boys. So get the hot dogs ready, and winter officially over. Finally, NHL buzz, real quick. Stars clinched West playoff berth despite a loss. Resilient Senators pushing hard to sneak in. And the Global Series announcement, Hurricanes and Kraken headed to Helsinki next year. Finland's about to get rowdy. That is Armchair Legends tonight on the Alpha Men Podcast.
And now the Red Foreman Awards, where you make dumb choices, you will win Dumbass Awards.
Dumbass. You dumbass!
And here we are, Red Foreman Awards. On the Alpha Men Podcast, the only awards show where the trophy is a steel-toed boot straight to the ass, inspired by Point Place's patron saint of dumbasses himself, Red Foreman. Tonight, dishing out the golden foremans to America's elite squad of mouth-breathing morons who keep the gene pool from getting crowded. Real people, real stupidity, zero excuses. Let's name these winners and kick them to the curb tonight. First up, the prehistoric dumbass duo, Golden Foreman, goes to Brett Howard and Todd Azevedo of Petaluma, California. Now, scientists are yakking about reviving woolly mammoths. And hell yes, let's bring one back. Just to stomp out these two clowns flat. These mid-40s geniuses from Petaluma, California, hit up the Ancient Ozarks Natural History Museum in Missouri on March 8th. One waves the other one over and says, "Hey, look at that. Look at that woolly mammoth. Grab that tusk." And he lifts him on his shoulders like a budget circus act. And the hanger dangles. The 200-pound $200,000 tusk snaps like a twig, shatters everywhere. They flee like scattered kids, but security cams got the whole idiot symphony. Felony property damage charges, years in prison on the table, and way to ruin a 10,000-year-old fossil, you prehistoric dipshits. That is award number 1 tonight. Next, the Paddleboard Pursuit Prize. And the award goes to 28-year-old Chase Cruz from Volusia County, Florida. Now, you've seen high-speed chases before. This was more like a leisurely paddleboard comedy hour. Cops in Volusia County, Florida are chatting with Chase after he bolted mid-Miranda and dove, into the Halifax River like he was escaping to Atlantis. He swam out decently, but deputies and Daytona Beach Shores PD just grabbed a couple of paddle boats, cruise after him like he's in a chill regatta, and they hauled his soggy ass back to shore. Let's see this master escape plan. I think we have a video.
Yep. Nope. We have a clear video.
We don't.
You have the right to talk to a lawyer for advice before we ask you any questions. To have a lawyer.
Hear the audio.
Hey!
So now he's running.
What the hell?
He's still running.
The video would have been great. You would have loved it.
It's freaking EV marks. I could see it on the load up.
Anyway, charged with loitering, prowling, and resisting arrest. Congrats on turning a routine stop into the world's slowest getaway, Waterboy. Next, the persistent poop thief trophy.
This video does work. I can see it.
And the envelope, please. Congratulations to 28-year-old Citrus County resident. We stay in Florida, Alfio Nosifora. You know, they say at first, if you don't succeed, try again. Unless it's stealing septic tanks. Then just stop being gross. See, Alfie tried twice in late February to swipe one from the Marion County construction site near where he lives. Roll the evidence.
Cops say a Florida man was caught on camera trying to steal a septic tank in Marion County at the end of last month. Cops say the man tried to take the septic tank by towing it with his 2013 Toyota Corolla. However, he nearly got caught and drove away. Cops say he returned the next day with a U-Haul and got it out. He attempted to conceal the U-Haul truck's license plate and identification number with tape, according to the sheriff's office. After investigating, police arrested Alfio Nocifiora earlier this month. He is facing multiple charges including grand theft, unlawful use of a two-way device, and intentionally obscuring a license plate during the commission of a crime. Police recently released the video to social media with the caption, quote, "You won't believe what this turd did," end quote, and poked fun of the accused in the video. Nocifora has pled not guilty. An attorney for Nocifora declined to comment on his client's behalf.
I mean,
yeah. I wish the first time he tried it that he wouldn't have been interrupted and he would have tried. I want to see him get that septic tank on that 2013 Toyota, whatever it is. Corolla.
I think his plan was probably going to be to grab one side and try to flip it on top and it'll blow his back window out. What's he going to do
anyway,
with it?
I don't know.
Swimming pool, kids.
That's a new low even for Florida. Moving on, the bare-ass burglar belt goes to the unidentified naked Centerville creeper. High temps in Virginia this week hit over 80. But that ain't licensed to go full nude for home invasions. Fairfax cops are hunting a guy linked to at least 4 break-ins this week in Centerville. Unlocked door strolls, buck naked, gets spotted, bolts. No big fets, no harm. Just a streaker with a burglary fetish. He's, they did a sketch. I'm glad they sketched just the top of him. In any case, they say he's 5'9" or 5'10", light medium complexion, and composite sketch out there hunting a dude, redefining caught with your pants down. So, Lock up, folks, unless you want a free and terrifying peep show in that area of the country. And finally, our dumbass of the week, the Porta Potty Passion Pursuit. Golden Foreman this week, and the envelope, please, goes to 35-year-old Hartley Elliott Sanchez from Vero Beach, Florida. A lot of Florida action tonight.
No,
Most folks see porta potties as a biohazard nightmare. And this guy saw it as a love nest.
Oh.
At the Indian River County Jail's barbecue fundraiser in Vero Beach on March 4th for Florida Sheriff's Youth Ranches, trusty inmate Hartley is there serving food. Cameras caught him sneaking off and then chatting with two women by the porta potties. One enters, he checks the coast, joins for a quick romp. She's a former inmate and admits it's like that's a defense. She's clear he slept with prisoner escape. Florida law counts ditching work detail as attempted escape. So from arresting arrest to drugs and theft, Harley's now facing 2 years extra. And he's turned a charity barbecue into a personal nasty in the John felony upgrade. Congratulations, Harley.
Dumbass.
That is Golden Foreman's tonight on the Alpha Men podcast.
Wow. I mean, hopefully get to finish.
I just got 3 things to say. God bless our troops. God bless America. And gentlemen, start your engine!
Okay, I watched the race this week.
That's all we have to do is do this. All right. On to next.
Yeah. Tyler Reddick. 4.
It's 6 races.
It was a boring race, too. It was really boring. I got to tell you, it was boring.
Where were they? I forgot.
It just turning laps.
Yeah.
You know?
Well, Lady Block is usually a pretty tough track, so.
Yeah, I don't know what was up this year. Just didn't materialize, and it just was not an entertaining race to watch. It was, although Brad Keselowski up front for almost the entire race.
They got sick of so. But yeah, I mean, I guess Reddick had some issues in the beginning of the race, but then must have put it back together.
Oh, he passed a lot of cars. He did, and those conspiracy theories are out there now.
That's my next part right there.
People
are convinced.
A lot of people saying that Michael Jordan, there was some deal cut. His cars all of a sudden winning, and he's got four race wins in 6 races, and I don't know. I don't know how you hide something like that.
You can't. There's the only way you could fuck with the race.
Yeah.
Race control wise.
Right.
But you can't guarantee it.
Right.
But you can't mess with the inspection. The only way I can see the inspection be messed up, screwed with, is if they tell 23XI, okay, jack the rear end up or change your gears or we're going to look at the front end this weekend only.
Mm-hmm.
That's the only way I can see inspection because there's so many people involved in inspection. You couldn't do it. I mean, there's 6 stations every week. There's 4 to 6 officials at each station. I mean, it'd be impossible.
Yeah. So where are we headed next week?
Martinsville, an hour from my house. For the first time in 10 years, I'm not having a Martinsville dog.
There you go.
Kind of
NASCAR at Martinsville next week, and that is Red Flag Rants tonight on the Alpha Men podcast.
Wussy.
All righty. Who's the biggest wuss? That time again, that moment we wait for, that segment that proves once and for all, no matter how tough we act, we're just one bad sneeze away from crying uncle. And it's time for Who's the Biggest Wuss, the weekly roast where John and I confess our most pathetic dad moments of the week. and fight to see who's the biggest softie. So just me and John dragging out our most mortifying moments like idiots. And I'm already regretting this whole feature. I don't like it, to be honest with you. Whatever. We were off last week. For the first time, for the first 20 years of our marriage, my wife and I, she didn't drive anywhere.
Yeah.
Okay. I did most, if not all, of the driving when we were traveling long distances. And we're coming up on our 25th anniversary this July. Last week we traveled back to central Pennsylvania for a family thing where we both grew up. 7.5 hours one way. She drove all the way there and all the way back. While I scrolled my phone and napped.
I've been lucky. Emily does. Emily does most of the driving. So that does suck, though.
So, yeah.
I really got you on that one. Yeah. I installed the garage door this past weekend. And I got off the ladder and I screwed my back up.
Yeah.
A little bit. Just a little nothing bad, just enough to where it annoyed me.
Yeah.
I got home, instead of taking a nice shower like I always do, I took a bath.
Wuss.
Hey, no, it gets worse.
Oh, it gets worse.
Yeah, okay. I bought Emily some fancy bath bombs.
Oh God! Oh, I don't want to. Jeez,
I could see him right there. So I was like, nobody's coming in here. They don't want to see this in a bathtub. So I grabbed one, dunk it in. I thought it made me feel better. So I get done. I walk around the house, smell like freaking lavender. But hey, it was relaxing.
Very, very, very wussy. Very, very wussy.
Smells good though.
Yeah. Had to take my wife to the emergency room yesterday morning. She was really sick. Now I'm really sick. But in about 10 minutes before we left, I talked on the phone to two of my daughters, my mother, and my sister, and lastly, my boss. Okay?
Yeah.
And hanging up with my boss, I ended the conversation with, "Okay, love you, bye."
I think we've all
just out of habit. Just out of habit. No. I had to say to her today, I'm like, sorry about that. I do love you, but maybe not that way.
So you have an HR meeting?
Yeah, right. Yeah.
What else I got? Thursday night. Emily's, I'm going to bed. Don't forget to bring the trash down. And about half an hour later, I take it out, and I lock myself out of the house. Yeah, just my boxers, backwards ball cap. 1 o'clock in the morning.
Oh my God!
I had to hide behind the bushes. You keep trying to call Emily until she woke up. Yeah.
And you had to call your wife to let her get you back in?
Yeah.
I think that's a winner right there.
She was thinking me like a little teenager,
That's that either belongs here in Biggest Wuss or in Red Foreman Awards. One of the two. I mean, it could go either way.
I'll take the loss. So,
you're going to take the loss?
Yeah, because I had the bath and the
Biggest Wuss this week, John, on the Alpha Men podcast.
The Married Man Survival Guide is your playbook for staying alive in a world where you're always wrong, even when you're right. We'll teach you how to pick your battles, apologize strategically, and survive marriage with your sanity, snacks, and TV remote intact.
Gentlemen, diving into the ultimate survival manual tonight, the Married Man Survival Guide, because let's be real, if you're married, you're not just surviving a relationship, you're surviving a full contact sport with no timeouts, no refs, and penalties. that last longer than a Pats game in overtime. So, your first Married Man Survival Guide tip tonight. Deploy the over-apologize and compliment combo. We call it the nuclear option. All right? So, you forgot to unload the dishwasher, left the toilet seat up, breathed too loudly during your favorite show, whatever. Don't defend yourself. Don't explain the logistics. Instead, hit her with the combo platter. I'm sorry, babe. I was an absolute caveman. You know, you're a saint for putting up with me. Seriously, how do you do it? You're amazing.
Well, you punch in the face for that.
Mm-hmm. You're amazing. Repeat that 2 to 3 times. While maintaining that sad puppy eye contact. Science has proven this short circuits 87% of impending lectures. The remaining 13% require flowers or ice cream delivery. So, here we go. The tip number 2. Tip number 2, he says, as he tries to keep and hold it together from
The medicine's wearing
being
off.
incredibly sick. It is.
Yeah,
The
same.
ultimate get out of jail free card is this sentence. I was just trying to make you happy.
Oh.
All right? This sentence is more powerful than any lawyer's closing argument. And how do you use it? You bought the wrong brand of coffee creamer? I was just trying to make you happy. You attempted to help with the laundry and now everything is pink? I was just trying to make you happy. You scheduled a guy's golf trip during her book club weekend. I was just trying to make you happy by giving you some me time. All right? Got to deliver it with genuine sincerity. Practice in the mirror. It has a 92% success rate at turning anger into an eye roll and a reluctant hug. Warning: overuse dilutes potency, so save it for the big oopsies. Never underestimate the power of the preemptive trash run. The moment you hear the words, I think the trash needs to go out, sprint. Do not walk. Get to the can like you're being chased by a bear. Why? Because if she has to say it twice, you're already lost the round. If she has to take it out herself, you're sleeping on the couch with nothing but regret and a throw pillow for company. Pro tip, keep an emergency trash bag in the garage when she's in the mood. Just grab it and disappear for 8 to 10 minutes. Come back in smelling faintly of garbage and victory. She'll think you're a hero. You'll think you just dodged a bullet. Everybody wins.
Just bring your keys with you.
Correct. Perfect the phantom phone check escape hatch. Now, when the conversation veers into dangerous territory, budget talks, her friend's baby registry drama, or we need to talk about the thermostat settings again, casually pull out your phone, squint at the screen like you're reading the most urgent text in human history, and mutter, "Hold on, work just texted me." Something about insert plausible emergency, server down, crisis, whatever. Printer on the fritz again, whatever. Then walk slowly towards the garage, basement, or any room with a door while nodding solemnly. Key rules. Never actually answer a fake text. That's how you get caught. Return 7 to 12 minutes later with a sigh and crisis averted. Well, at least for now. If she asks what it was, reply vaguely. You don't want to know, it was bad. Survival rating 8.5 out of 10. A deduction because if she follows you, you're cornered like a raccoon in a trash can. And finally, the sudden deep thought stare down. I don't know how many times you've been in this situation. She looks at you and hits you with, "What are you thinking about right now?" Oh, shit. And your brain is actually playing highlights from the 1998 Super Bowl.
Broncos?
Do not say nothing. That's a trap. Instead, lock eyes, pause dramatically, 3 to 5 seconds, and then hit her with, "Honestly, how lucky I am that you chose me, babe. Deliver it deadpan with zero smile. It flips the script, melts the interrogation, buys your forgiveness for whatever dumb thing you actually did earlier. If she presses you for details, pivot to you, always you. Repeat until she either hugs you or walks away confused. It's a victory either way. And that's the Married Man Survival Guide tonight on the Alpha Men Podcast.
The views, jokes, opinions, and hot takes shared on this podcast are for entertainment purposes only and are not filtered, softened, or approved for sensitivity. If you are offended, uncomfortable, or triggered by blunt humor, sarcasm, or unqualified opinions, that's on you, not us. We are not responsible for hurt feelings, and listening is a choice. Proceed at your own risk.
All right. If it feels like we're flying through this thing tonight, we are. We're both sick. And we're trying to hold it together, and my medicine's wearing off, and I'm starting to... I had to cough for like 3 minutes in that last segment. I was talking without trying to like totally lose it. So, unfiltered and unqualified. The part of the show where we drop all pretense of expertise and just unload hot takes with zero filter, no doctors, no therapists, no common sense, just raw unhinged opinions. And let's wrap this bad boy up tonight. Buckle up, because tonight's story is going to make you question everything about going the extra mile for a good cause. I want you to meet John Stephenson. He is a 50-year-old British kickboxer, certified owner of the UK's most unbreakable pair. Okay? This legend just became the first guy in the entire United Kingdom to drag a 4,500-pound Seat Leon sports car using nothing but his testicles. Yeah, you heard that right.
Wasn't he?
Tied a silk scarf around his family jewels, hooked it to a tow rope, yanked the bad boy over 160 feet down a street in Halifax like it was a Tuesday workout.
He's got some balls.
Yeah, that's what they say. He even snacked on a bag of nuts the whole time. Because why not add insult to, well, you know. Post pull-up quote, when I finished, my plums were bright purple, but I'm still firing on all cylinders. That's not a flex. That's a medical emergency wrapped in motivation. So you got to be asking why.
He's got the doors open.
Well,
you imagine if somebody jumped in real quick and hit the brakes?
Yeah. Yeah, right. You got to be asking why. Why would this guy do this? Well, he says he's raising awareness for men's mental health. John's out there saying, men, don't be afraid to pick up the phone and ask for help. A lot of guys feel like they got an ego to maintain, but men who can talk and heal, noble goal, 100%. But, bro, if your message is talk about your feelings before you drag your car with your nutsack, I think we're skipping a few steps here. I'm just saying. It's a couple of steps in the therapy ladder there that are not connecting. This is peak male energy gone rogue. I got dudes out here thinking the only way to prove toughness is to turn their balls into tow hooks. Meanwhile, the rest of you are just trying to pay bills and not cry in the truck. John's like, you depressed? Grab a rope and a sedan, problem solved.
Oh, no, I'm good.
Dude, call a buddy, hit the gym, eat a steak, leave the junk out of the heavy machinery. And get this, there is a Chinese guy called Iron Crotch, who's apparently the global GOAT. He pulled a 10,000-pound military helicopter with his package. A helicopter.
Whoa.
That's not training. That's auditioning for a sequel to Ace Ventura: When Nature Calls. All right.
I think if he's gonna be the goat, next time he does the helicopter, they should fly it with him holding by his nuts.
Yeah, right. So, respect to John for the cause. Men's mental health is real. Suicide rates suck. Guys do bottle it up too much.
Yep.
Talk to someone, fellas. Seriously. But if your idea of self-care involves purple plums and a silk scarf,
right there.
Maybe start with the therapy, not the testicular torque. In a world of fragile egos and silent suffering, John Stevenson just proved one thing. Sometimes the strongest thing a man can do is admit he needs help.
Yep.
Before his nuts turn into grapes.
No matter where you are, who you are, I'll always talk to somebody who wants to talk about kill himself, so I'll be there for him to help him, talk to him.
Yeah, absolutely. By the way, before the stunt, the car had an automatic transmission. Afterwards, it was a 2 on the floor. He just wanted to take it for a testy drive.
Testy drive.
That is it for tonight. If you loved what we did tonight, tell your friends. Both of us hope to be feeling better next week, and we realize we kind of did fly through this tonight.
And then, me going to Universal. I plan on doing a show.
Yeah.
But it's going to be a shotgun I'm going to put together the night before the show.
Okay. All right. We'll work it out. If you love what we did tonight, give us a like. And tell your friends. If you hated it, tell your friends and argue about it. Either way, we'll be back here next Tuesday night. And in the immortal words of the Beverly Hillbillies, y'all come back now, you hear?
Good night, all.